they win the series 2-0 and knock Invictus out of the tournament. That is what's on the line here as we head into the pistol round for map 2. It's an elimination game for both of these two teams, and Invictus down 1-0.
Waiting for pushes at the moment. Just dug into Olaf. One player going down in carpets as it was a 3-man setup in there from D13. Now Invictus feeling a little bit more pressure. They've lost that carpets control. They're going to have to group up towards B potentially. They don't want to go and take map control back for another 40 seconds or so. They just want to get this round rolling. And I think straight into the B bomb site is probably the best way to do it, Mac.
It is something that you certainly spruik yourself. Plays down. And you want to send your way in.
You know what I think is crazy?
What?
The odds have shifted again. And D13 is now behind, even despite the fact they've won the map. They were up 12-10 on the map, and it was favouring D13. Now they win the map, and it's shifted back to Invictus. So are the people really listening to Pilsy that much?
I think they are. They really are. Well, let's see if Annihilation can listen and buy some time for these rotations to come through. He's trying, but Invictus are flying and tapping heads left, right, and center.
Shinobi has a nade. Oh, it hasn't actually done as much as I would have hoped it would have. There's a lot of HP lost, though, for Invictus. This is similar to the first pistol that we saw on Nuke, where D13 had a player disadvantage, but they had so much HP to play with, and they really just need a few taps here. World Peace gives them a couple, but he's going to have to do more. And Flying gets a 4K on the pistol to go over to Invictus.
I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but you talk about the odds. I think there was a point where D13 were favoured.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, you could have just made money on that. Like, even if they... I'm not even talking about whether they won Nuke or not. Like, just in the context of the series, D13 being favoured in terms of the odds, that's just... I would just chuck a punt on RG straight away. Because they're so likely to reverse sweep, even if they didn't win Nuke. That was a very sketchy pistol for them. 4 on 5, they go into that B site, and it definitely could have gone the way of D13. But they get it done. Flying has to do a lot of heavy lifting, and now into the anti-force as well. Peace is actually saving for an AWP. Are we going to see a double AWP here? Because Annihilation's got 700 in the back pocket as well.
Oh, maybe. I'd like to see it, just for the change-up.
I mean, the double AWP was pretty good when Global was doing it against Invictus, but bit of a different context there.
For now, Invictus have taken Carp's control and are looking to maybe make their way towards the B site. But for now, the two players at A, actually not have too much influence as it is the flash from Shinobi to allow Annihilation to find one. But it's traded back quickly by Viva on the Mackie. And has to go, does not know how close he was there. Maybe finding a pick and finds it as he goes back for seconds, not thirds though.
Yeah, well, Peace also dropping, but Shinobi over on the B bomb site is holding strong. It's unfortunate for D13 that Tamir goes down in mid, because that would have been a difference maker. Him being able to lock down that rotation means Invictus can't get the bomb back over to A. Now, though, it's a 1-on-2 for Shinobi, who comes scurrying across to Library. Bomb plant's not yet down, though, and he's very quickly out and nearly even into the site. So he's got plenty of time to work with. Ooh. Not sure the Mac-10's even ideal here. I think Deagle could well do it.
He's very hard committed to that rotate as well, and he's going so quickly. Mac-10 allows him to have that movement speed.
Oh, no!
Transfer, almost makes it work. Mac-10 on Mac-10 action, but Viva just barely manages to make that trade work. And Invictus secure a second, but again, look, it was very costly. So close, just finds that little tap on the head while spraying. Almost makes the transfer happen.
It's okay, Dog. We'll get the next round.
I think the Dog's wearing a World Peace jersey, so it just
that's World Peace. That's
it
impressive.
just reinforces the the storyline.
He's pretty good for a dog.
I've been seeing in chat, you know, people are like dog playing. So maybe he is. Maybe that is World Peace, the Dog.
I almost want them to win now. First dog to win a game of CS. Subbing in.
It's almost as big of a deal as the first dog on the moon. Well, first
very
dog
true.
in space.
What do you reckon that the big TOs would say if a team... What is that, by the way?
There was 4 of them. Okay.
What? It's the tower. No, what do you reckon TOs would say if a team was like, the Dog's our coach, he must be behind us during this game? They put a headset on him and everything.
In like a stadium?
Yeah.
Probably say no. USPs get the job done here for Tamir.
I mean, last round was expensive. This one, again, is getting expensive. Even if they don't win it.
Well, okay, tapping away, Destroyer,
Oh
another
my God.
dink, but it's not enough to finish. Fly in will trade it back onto Annihilation. And from there, you can see Shinobi's happy just to save. 1 on 2, does not like his chances, especially without that armor.
Here's the thing, though, right? Like, they might be a little light on util next round. And if I see the double AWP come out straight away, that's where Invictus could actually get themselves into some trouble losing this many guns. They probably won't be missing any util in this round, but if they win a close round or something like that, that's where things could get a little bit dicey. Either way, after this start that they've got themselves off to, they have definitely chipped their economy down. It is only the single AWP on World Peace, actually. So World Peace AWPing over Annihilation, who I guess he just must not like it on this map.
Thought it could have been spawn-based, but it looks like he's going...
He's a B
Dig
player, I
instead.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think
Some
the B
some
player
people
would
just don't like AWPing on Inferno.
Yeah, well, I guess that's fair, but you think the B site is where you want the AWP a lot of the time. So lockdown car. If you can have him set up solo.
Yeah, it's a very slow round from Invictus. They're just taking their time here.
In terms of what I get to see as a spectator, I like to just seeing a mobile AWPer.
Yeah, oh, definitely, I agree. And it's a lot of the time the secondary AWP that's actually the one locking down the banana
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
instance.
I think
So-
it's good on D, to be honest. Which traditionally you wouldn't have thought about. You would always think jungle or B. But Dig has ended up being the most effective place for an AWP.
There it is. Pick comes through, but it is going to be traded. Bottle off the back of the flash will create some space and some more as well as he plays it hard to hit headshot angle from Pit. Tamir could not connect.
That's
And
around.
D13 already on the save.
That's around is far too easy to win. Like they just flashed flying out of boiler. He went 1 for 1, and then Bottles just rolled out of carpets. And
Pussy,
just got 2 kills.
getting a feeling you might be right in your prediction that we would have a couple of close maps, and then there's just going to be that one blowout from Invictus.
Dude, that's what I was saying. When I was looking at the odds on Nuke, I was like, I'd never bet. I've never bet in my life. But I was like, that's free money. They're just giving it out. They're just giving it away.
Free real estate. Wish there was some of that going around too.
Not in Sydney, mate. Not in Sydney.
No.
Shinobi's going to be lucky to get away with his life here. Looks like he might just keep that AK
That's
alive.
so important. He's got 6.6. He can drop 2 rifles. Or an AWP.
Sharp. Great mechanics, just tapping away, not committing the sprays at that range. Invictus make it look easy for 4. But again, we can't get too ahead of ourselves because this is a similar situation to what we saw on Nuke, where D13 very slow to begin.
They've dropped him an AWP and then just half bought. That's an interesting approach in this round.
Ooh, and especially with Destroyer coming in through the tunnel, we'll find him in the open, and there goes said AWP. Let's see if Hastika can maybe get his mitts on it, but it's very deep down mid here. Hastika. Ooh, might have missed the double smoke to try to get it. Well, not going to be allowed. Beautiful placement on the nade. Will mop him up, as well as the spam through the smoke. Expecting Tamir to go for it. And that should be the round there. And then Shinobi now going to be left last alive in a 1-on-4 with just an AK to play with. Let's see if he can get any extra finances taken away from Invictus. But I believe he's just going to be saving here in CT.
So, I mean, can keep an eye on his success over there on the pop in the bottom left if you want. But sometimes these nades are pretty multi-purpose. Like we had the smoke down actually up here in towards the smoke, the AWP rather. So So we got the nade coming into the smoke, and it actually blows the AWP back down mid. So don't want them to retrieve that one. Also got the kill onto Hasteka. Back into another gun round. And it is the double AWP actually between World Peace and Annihilation. I thought they were going to go on to that. Oh, that's a bloody shot. Peeking dig as well. He's been doing that a couple of times to World Peace. That time it works out for him, so they've got the man advantage here.
Yeah, let's not count D13 out. They got off to a rough start on Nuke as well. It's not impossible for them to salvage things from here. It's only 5 rounds. Invictus not yet getting control of brackets, nor of Banana. So this round's actually looking very nice for D13. With that extra damage, it gets even better. Shinobi somehow has gotten across to mid without being taken down, and only ends up getting traded, which is perfect news for D13. Speaking of the AWPs, Annihilation's got one. He's using it in Banana. So it's not so much a case of maybe he doesn't like AWPing on Inferno, just wasn't feeling it in that round. Because this time, he's got a bit of work to do, and that is what the AWP is perfect for from that position. Just a sneaky pixel angle. And D13 net themselves now a 2-man advantage with still 3 players stacked over on A. Gonna have to start getting a bit of wriggle on here. Tamir, he's peeked out from jungle, hasn't seen anything in brackets and starts to work his way over. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually have any util, so that makes life a bit more difficult for Annihilation, but should be good for one at least with the AWP, and that swings the numbers so substantially to D13. He's done it himself, and that was a classy round from Annihilation. Just really good shots.
It certainly was. I feel like, if anything, I was a bit disappointed that Zhao didn't use any of that util. He had a full kit at the end, had a molly as well, I believe, which he could have sent over to Dark after finding that position. But, look, not much you can do when Annihilation's hitting shots like that. 3 to close it out there for D13. And it seems like the AWP was the answer.
Yeah, both of the AWPs. Again, though, Invictus showing that they're not using their utility effectively enough to pick those AWPs off the line. Nice little wall bang there from Annihilation early on, and he gets another one as well, or was that a nade? Not sure. They're getting a lot of chip damage either way, though. Very tough time for Invictus to try to come into Banana here. They're just getting bombarded by nades, spam through the walls, Molotov to halt their progress as well. After all said and done, you got a couple of bruised and battered terrorists, but at least they've got some semblance of Banana control.
Bruised and battered. Just the way I like my smashed Av.
Battered?
Batter it.
Like deep fried?
You smash it. No. Wrong kind of batter.
Sorry.
That's all right.
You know, I picked up my puppy from the home of Donald Bradman, and they're going into the B bomb site, Mac.
Yeah, they certainly are. Let's see if they can find a sentry or two as they make their way in, but it looks like it's going to be Annihilation hitting for 6 as he's found 2 already. Shinobi with the double, and it's up to Bottle. Nice shot to at least find 1. But on minimal HP, it's going to be very hard for him, and Tamir chimes in to save the day. 4 alive at the end for D13. And you said you went to Donald Bradman's house?
No. Oh, past his house, his birthplace.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You were just speaking of batters, and I thought of that.
You're right.
Most people won't know that, to be honest. Bunch of Chinese CS fans. Like, what is this guy on about?
What is cricket? Is it a bug?
The thing that creaks in my house, my aircon. Got the techies. There's 2 players on this A bomb site, Mac. Azteca goes down in pit. That's probably all she wrote, but he's keeping himself safe, and he's bought enough time for the rotations to come out. Tamir's over here. Annihilation's holding on to Banana. And they got 4 on the A side just in time.
Oh, nice spray transfer from Hasteka, but he will be traded out. Shinobi comes in, and now it seems like D13 is starting to figure out this defense already with the 4 players across. There's 2 remaining, but Zhao will hit back. And are they going to be ready for World Peace hiding here on site? With the AWP, he has 1 shot before he's going to be taken out. 34 onto Viva. It's going to be the double. They seem to be aware fully of the position of Viva, and he's going to be spotted somehow. Dodges that shot and gets big damage on Annihilation. Surely he doesn't win this just with the Deagle. Does manage to pick up an AK as he moves into the graveyard area. One flash remaining, but it is going to be the secondary in hand for Annihilation to close it. But it ended up getting costly. I thought that the read was good, but then it almost worked out. Invictus making that a very expensive round for D13.
Taking a few of those guns off makes it easier to try to go for this reset, and that's one of the big win conditions up against the CT side. Ult now on the T side from Viva. As Jordan did say, seen a bit more of Zhao Sage with the ult. I don't think I've seen Destroyer on the ult yet. So
No.
it's worked out pretty well early on. Again, going for the same peak is World Peace, and he's punished this time. The adaptation in from Invictus Gaming puts a lot of pressure on D13. They're now at a man disadvantage. They're going to choose to leave Annihilation solo on B and just stack the 3 riflers on A.
Plenty of util being traded out there at bracket. Flash as well to allow Tamir to peek from under quad. Just make sure that there's no scarce T players hiding at the top of mid. Anyway, looks like Invictus going to refocus over towards B instead. Molly on the corner to take full control, but there's going to be some retake util thrown as a reaction from D13.
Is he going to regress with that? We've got a smoke on Hatecar and jungle. And Annihilation actually does aggress behind his Nana retake util. Going to play on towards that off angle. Might get himself a freebie.
CT line very strong, especially to play retake from. And if he can get that one pick, it can turn into a man advantage in a matter of moments. Oh, perfect timing on the peak as well. Catches Zhao with the smoke in hand. And Destroyer can maybe deny this rotation as well. However, it looks like that bomb's gone all the way back up mid to A. But Hastika finds the timing. Tamir as well very close, so it's a 2-on-2 on the A site. As Hastika tries to buy time, he's brought enough attention to get Tamir on a nice line, but Bottle hits the heads better, and he's now in the 1-on-2.
Got to get off the site, though. Annihilation's posted up from jungle side. The shoulder out from Bottle does get him to safety, and he's actually going to go take the challenge. He doesn't want this to be a 1-on-2. He's going to try and chip down the numbers early on. Annihilation just buying time, and Bottle senses that he knows someone's trying to get a little bit of a sneaky position on him.
And he's posted perfectly, waiting for the swing from Shinobi, who's there at Hey, and it's a nice headshot. Bottle could just get 4 kills to close it, and he has a perfect spot to fight Annihilation from. Annihilation needs to make the first move, but it's the time that Bottle's playing, and he's decided to do it at the perfect moment too. 4 kills, big round from Bottle to put a 6th on the board for Invictus. And he forced that aggression out from Annihilation perfectly.
Great clutch from Bottle. Comes in, grabs that trade. He's going to clear out the A site, and then he just isolates 2 1-on-1 duels. Knew exactly where the CTs were coming from. It's just yet another big play from a player on Invictus. AC D13, they're going to buy up into this one. Mixed bag of lollies. No one's got a one of the same weapons. Just a classic AWP MP9 famous M457 buy.
And it's almost the same for Invictus as well, except there is 2 AKs in play. Viva goes down, so that AWP seems to be taken out of the equation.
Oh, double push down towards the bottom of Banana. That was a cheeky smoke. Big gap in the right side of it to allow Tamir to sneak through, find himself a frag. Now a 2-man disadvantage for Invictus. They're kind of being thrown off kilter at the moment. Not really sure where or when to go.
Lying, just hoping he catches someone on the rotation, but Hastika throwing that smoke. Invictus will be aware that he's playing close on the balcony. Spots that swing over towards Boiler. And as he drops, that'll be heard for sure. Zhao wants to go for the bust, but still about 5 seconds remain on that smoke. 50 in the round, though, so plenty of time for Invictus to play patiently.
Yeah, they've got a man disadvantage, though. They've got to start to make something happen. It's going to be Bottle again. Dig them out of a bad situation. Trying to take a aim duel with a Famous. Feeling quite confident about that. World Peace doesn't want to give up this man advantage, and Bottle doesn't feel safe enough to push through jungle just yet.
But as this is happening, aggression down Banana, Tamir might have found another. He's certainly got the timing, but an AK on a Mac 10 rather on a UMP is not going to go well for that Mac-10. Flying gets the pick, and now we are going to see them hightail it over towards the B site, sell that fake, because the bomb's still hiding in apartments. Annihilation gets the pick and starts to make his way down. Zhao gets that shot in the back of the head, and just as Flying selling this fake, Annihilation comes through, but won't be able to deny the bomb from going down, and gets off the line. So it's safe passage for Zhao over towards mid again, as we see the reroute back into apartments. Bomb planted for this position too.
Flying on the line towards jungle side. Zhao's trying to play this post plant from carpets. Both teams have one flash to assist their teammates. One is posted from dig side as Shinobi clearing out the site. He needs to tap it.
On there it is, Flying, posted on the perfect line. Annihilation, after losing his teammate, decides to hightail it out of there and save the op to the next. Instead, Invictus from a round, or from a situation where it looks like they really didn't have much going for them, managed to bring it back 2-1. 3 players survive.
Yeah, a couple of mistakes out of D13 there for sure.
Yeah.
They're in a 5-on-3. Like, they really don't need to do anything except for dig their heels into the sites and just play off of each other. And you see old mates running down banana. People are peeking everywhere.
All right, guys, we just got to be patient, okay? We just got to be patient, and everything will be a-okay. Everyone splits up, dies, doesn't trade, and
You know
then
what
the
it
round
was,
plays
Mac?
out like that. What?
They were all just really wanted to pat the dog. So you can't, if you're playing CS, you can't pat the dog. So you just got to go get yourself killed real quick. What's his name? I really want to know what his name is.
Woofer.
Woofer?
Yeah, I've got on good authority that his name's Woofer.
Woofer.
That sounds like an Aussie name.
Josh would have thought of that for my dog. But he's not really a woofer. He's more of a yapper.
Well, for now.
Well, I don't think my dog's ever going to be a woofer.
There's a little one, right?
Yeah.
I got a howler.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're going to do
I
that.
got a crier, which is the saddest name for them.
Wah. Wah, I'm a dog.
It sounds exactly like that. That's incredible. How you doing that?
That's because you sent in the Snapchat earlier.
Snapchat is my new favourite app. Snapchat.
Look, I'm tired, Mitch.
Have you added me on Snapchat yet?
Look, I tell you what, Mac, this is going to be a rough night for you if you're already tired, because I think we might
We're
be
going
on
to
map 3.
Oh,
show.
yeah. Going all the way. I'm strapped in. I'm prepared. But my howler has been keeping me up, so...
How? How much are those worth these days? Couple grand?
Yeah, a couple grand.
God.
You got a chicken?
When I think about what CS used to be like, I just think about how much money I missed out on making. You know? Imagine how much money you could have made if you just invested in
Yes,
skins.
but at the same time... Oh, wait, you're talking about investment.
Like early on.
Yeah, like you could have just bought a bunch of skins,
wanna
bought
hear
a bunch of Vox stickers,
You want to
whatever.
know something?
What?
What?
I sold my Glock Fade for $12.
How much is it worth now?
I don't know, a couple hundred. It's factory new.
Bad luck.
Nice.
See, I never had anything of value in CS. I had some unusuals in Team Fortress 2, though. Sold one of them for 120 bucks or something. Wasn't so bad.
Then you became a caster.
Exactly.
So I think you've recouped your investment.
I've definitely made more money off games than I have spent on games. So there's that.
In your whole life.
Well,
Yes.
considering CS is free to play now, it's not hard.
I mean, casting has been my career for the last 4 years now. So if I wouldn't have made more money off of it than I had spent on it, I'd be a bit worried about the, maybe a few $1,000s I've spent on games. Wouldn't be a particularly good salary. Anyways, Invictus Gaming definitely proving why they're getting a salary here. Making it look pretty easy on Inferno. Azteca, he's the last defender on A. We haven't really seen any of that magic from D13 that we did get on Nuke, but this could be the round. Azteca started well, popped himself the smoke down. Will lose a chunk of his HP to that nade, but Molly misses. So he has a chance here. Flying drops, no spray transfer onto Bottle though. Still the numbers advantage persists for Invictus Gaming. Shinobi straight through the smoke, gets the better of Xiao, tries to transfer the recoil. Won't have that on lockdown.
Playing a very dangerous game, just dry pushing like that, hoping for a timing. The molly goes to site, might just buy enough time to slow this plant down. Smoke over towards the pit, but there's 12 seconds. Bottle needs to cross, and that smoke will aid him in doing so, but Viva needs to cover, and cover he shall. Straight onto the head of Annihilation, he taps, and there we go. 9 on the board. Invictus making this one look even more convincing round by round.
Tack timeout. Thought this was kind of cool, Mac, you know.
Oh, I like
Earlier
cool things.
on, Invictus did a little bit of a version of this old eyeballers strat, where you chuck the smoke on the CT and you chuck the smoke front sight. You know, people used to throw a smoke here as well, but no one does that anymore. They just throw the smoke into CT and then they throw a front sight smoke and try to wrap around ruins.
Yeah.
But I really want to see someone just fully wall of smoke it, because you can see what happened to Invictus here. They kind of just got owned.
What do you call eyeballers strat?
Well, that was like the team that invented it in 1.6, I think.
Right, okay.
I mean, I didn't play 1.6, but all the... I mean...
That was the name for the strat.
Back in 2013, when I played with people who played for 1.6, that's what they called it.
Let's run
and
eyeballers.
Now those guys are all like 35.
But still great Counter-Strike players.
Great Valorant players now.
Oh, there you go. Val. Omega lol rant.
Well, that's the second or third time Viva's punished someone peeking top mid. That was something that worked a couple times for D13. And when I say worked, it got them a kill, but they've really been struggling when they find these ult picks to win some of these rounds, because the problem is that Invictus has these players where they just get multiple kills.
Yeah, well, speaking of multiple, there's multiple players on this site, and Tamir's kicked off the festivities nicely. Now they realise that the stack is here, but they're not going to be able to get away too far. Another found, and it's going to be a 4-on-2. Tamir chasing, great placement of the crosshair. Blinded, finds another, and it's going to be Hastika to find Bottle, and then Tamir just shooting through his teammate for good measure. But D13, they're back into it, and now could turn this into a 9-6 affair.
Yeah, better late than never. Saw a bit of that first half of Nuke. It was the second where D13 really fired up. But 6 on the CT side, I suppose that could be enough.
Could it?
Well, if what I saw last time from Invictus Gaming on the CT side of this map is anything to go by, it might well be.
Stop being devil's advocate. Let us make a storyline, Mitchell.
I like stories.
Mitchell's done a deal with the devil.
He certainly has.
Send the doggo in. Get in there, world peace.
Corgi ex-Cavalier Spaniel.
Is it Cavalier Spaniel? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I don't know.
King Charles Cavalier Spaniel?
Oh, okay.
Is there a... Wait, is it a Spaniel?
Yes.
King Cav Spaniel. Is that what it's called?
Well, that's the one I have.
Right. I thought a Spaniel was a different thing. Anyway.
Look,
there's a lot of...
it's not going to be 6 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's just a Cavalier. Have you got a cross?
Because
No.
it's like a Cocker Spaniel, right? That's a whole different dog, isn't it?
Have you guys never heard of a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel?
Maybe. I'll have to ask someone who knows about dogs.
You don't need to know about dogs.
Could ask Google.
Mac's doing that right now.
Oh, wait, no. So it is a Spaniel. Okay, there you go.
I didn't even know my dog's a Spaniel. There you go.
Well, I don't know if that's what your dog is. It could be something different, but
well,
that's
if
what I
it's
thought it
part
was.
Cav, like...
Half,
It has to
half
be a
cab.
Spaniel. Ah!
Wow!
The Corgi Lear.
10 up for Invictus, double digits achieved. I mean, D13, they give themselves at least an extra round with a decent buy because of the one that they just won previously. But yeah, I mean, it's starting to slip away, isn't it? 6 was perhaps doable, but 5 I feel like is not, and 4 certainly won't be enough. 1-for-1 trade, Annihilation lucky to get the frag back. But World Peace is not going to get the smoke down in time. Hastika shouldn't win that duel and will not. And it's just all over the place, isn't it, for D13? They're losing frags. Dropping like flies. And 4v2 is the situation they find themselves in with poor old Tamir having only a 5-7 and are now not even ahead.
He's got some cool moves, but don't think it's going to be enough to dig him out of this situation. Nice opener. He's got one coming up on the flank here. Flying's trying to wrap around behind. Invictus want to try and secure that 11-4.
Annihilation, fully aware of the situation, but looks away at the wrong moment, and that will send us into the half 11-4. So it looks like at this point it could not be a 2-0 for D13, but still there is a second half to play, and they might just turn the tides. Ladies and gents, speaking of water, go fill yourselves up with it, stay hydrated. We'll see you in a minute for the second half.
Let's take our time right now, it's just a vibe with you. I feel alive, now I'm feeling like up to the front, will it stand the test of time right now? I need a sign. Tell me if it's over, come a little closer. We should take our time to think this damn thing over. Should we grow closer, should this be over? My heart for your mind, probably we should start over. Tell me if it's over, am I your lover? Are we going solo? Or is it polo? Her face is saying don't go. I'm acting like I don't know. Whisper my name, say what you want, show me your thoughts. I do the same, my brother in neck while I slowly caress. Feelings in gray, it's still the same. Tell me if it's over, come a little closer. We should take our time to think this damn thing over.
Invictus Gaming bounce back from a loss on Nuke as they head into Inferno, their own map choice, and at half-time, double digits on the scoreboard for them, and then some. 11-4, D13 really didn't get a whole lot done. The odds have swung very heavily back over to Invictus Gaming. Pilski, you were touching on that a lot, and it seems you've been vindicated in your prediction at that 12-10 mark of Nuke. That Invictus can, well, indeed make a reverse sweep happen. They're not quite there yet, but they are making it look pretty easy here on Inferno, at least.
And I'd imagine it will continue. That was a pretty nice T-halves for them. And now D13 are going to try and maneuver around their T side. Seems like they're prodding around Banana and Carpets. What they don't know is that Invictus is actually on their T side. Because they do like to get aggro on CT side Inferno. Boys like to go for some pushes here and there.
Info plays.
Where's Bottle playing? Is he in pit or dig? He is. You love to see that. This man on the A-bomb site of Inferno is pretty scary. You put him in any anchor position. That's why I was surprised he was playing that vent rotator position on Nuke. Because for me, Bottle is like the guy you stick in the bomb site and it's just like, hold the site, and he just goes, okay.
You want to hear that horse?
I did. Little old Nay. As Jarsage takes the first contact there, survives on just 2 HP, so minimal remaining. Viva hoping just to hide from the molly, and actually take some more contact as well. Zhao still with just 2 HP finds another head to tap as Tamir comes around the corner. It's actually Annihilation to lose his head. Shinobi trades, but with this man advantage, Invictus should be good for the retake. Do they flood on the tap? It seems like they will. Coming up, Banana is too strong. Destroyer as well through the smoke. He's going to find a beautiful shot to Shinobi, and this map could be over before it even begins in the second half.
Great counter flashes from the rotators there from Invictus.
Absolutely. The setup they had was perfect for it as well. Noticing a pretty strong correlation between the dog being in the rune and D13 winning.
No dog, no win.
Well, you know,
Maybe
you
they-
can speak from experience, Jordan. Surely it could, you know, accidentally chew through the Ethernet cable.
Accidentally may or may not be the correct word in that discussion, but yes, that could happen. So I generally tend to keep the dog out of the gaming room.
Yeah.
I think mine misses. Oh, never mind. Tamir is dragging up a storm with the D once again. Got
Expected
2 on
at
this
this
A
point.
site.
Oh, okay. Nice aggression from Bottle. The MP7 wreaking havoc onto Tamir, who was not expecting the push, even though he heard it coming with that impact on the smoke grenade.
Classic Bottle.
Oh, okay. Destroyer just strafing away and dodging every bullet shot towards him. As he takes 2 kills and falls back to double up here at Archers. They spotted that bomb fall down at mid as well, so they know that it's still there, and as soon as that disappears from the map, they'll be aware that someone's close, but Shinobi continues to peek regardless, while Peace tries to sneakily make his way from Boiler, but Viva's there, nice and close with the trade, and there was some solid positionings and solid setup for Invictus to lock down another.
The setup was go kill. That's the thing, man.
Go
I'm
kill.
serious. Like you don't get to play your T side against Invictus sometimes. They just go and push you. It's like, you could see those D13 players, they're like listening to their RGL, they're like, yeah, okay, we're going to take bracket, then we got to think about getting into site. It's like, no, mate, you're not getting in bracket.
Push it. Push it good. But action at the top of Banana. One piece with an entry.
Anyone hear that? That
Finds
was
another
weird.
as well. And that's going to be a free B site. So Invictus were going very, very well before, I don't know, Pilly tried to do a skit or something. Didn't work. No one cared. And look, nice little flash there from Bottle to try to create some space. Tries to push in and stop that bomb from going down. But Tamir just barely plants it before Bottle will find him swinging to site. No one on the back of site, however. So it's going to be a bit awkward for D13 from here.
It is. Smoke's going to go down in Banana as well. Flying's killed Destroyer, but he's also killed Hasteka. So that's all well and good for Invictus as far as they're concerned. The round win is what they're after. Bottle looks like he'll be the one to try and cover things off, and he gets the kill on Shinobi through the smoke. Flying was low. Could have died to a tap from the P250, but no harm done. Invictus, everything they touch turns to gold right now on Inferno, and they are well on their way to forcing this to a third.
Well, they definitely took a lot of economic damage. So it is very possible that this half could definitely draw out a little longer, particularly if you see D13 winning this round. But I'd say Invictus have pretty much set themselves up for success. Should be taking this map out here. Initial Olaf smoke getting put out by Hasteka. And some apartments control being taken. They want to try and take Banana. At least they still have control of Olaf. Makes it a little harder to try to go for that Banana control, but Xiao is just going to clear out that Olaf player. And with that man advantage, they choose to fall back a little.
Flying's in a good spot to deal with Tamir here if he walks around the corner. Doesn't have to worry about short. Destroyer's watching that angle. In fact, he's going to get aggressive and catches Tamir off guard. So aggression, perhaps pace up Banana is what will be the answer from D13. Not that that looks like a particularly great idea. Plenty of counter utility for Invictus Gaming. Incendiary went down nicely. And Xiao got his flash out as well. He spots the remaining player. Won't win the duel, and Annihilation opts for the AWP. A 1v3 required, but time to do it with. The two players rolling into Banana. If they get the peaks wrong, it'll be a freebie for Annihilation, who is just going to run back down Banana, but turns around. Now Viva and Flying. Playing the waiting game.
Oh no, he's got it into a one-on-one.
Flying full HP, but that doesn't matter too much against the AWP. Has got quite the distance into the site. He's also got a smoke in hand, so if it comes down to that, he could defuse in the smoke. Rolls around the corner, doesn't even properly check it. Annihilation is going to win the 1-on-3. That's a big round for D13 to keep them in this map.
Looks like there's good spirits at least in the room there, so we'll continue to fight from here and see how many rounds they can get back, and if they can try to get back into the map. But again, that one saves them from allowing Invictus onto 15.
Yeah, force buy out. Not ideal for Invictus. Definitely could have just taken the safe save there. Fnatic smoke out from D13 towards the top of Banana there. It's taking their time. Holding second mid. Starting to move up Banana now. Invictus out with the force buy. Could be dangerous. Couple Deeks, couple MP9s. And a rifle on bottle. That's a recipe for success for Invictus. Any number of weapons on these sharp players can get the job done.
Lots of spam there, lots of noise over towards Banana, but Invictus dodge all the bullets coming their direction. Dodge that nade as well as Tamir sneaks his way up into bracket and might just go completely dry into Arch. He tries to go. Unfortunately, Bottle was certainly ready for said aggression. Zhao now as well, able to find himself that upgrade. And Invictus rotating back to stack the B site, but it seems that D13 have heard this, and now it's going to be a full wrap on a 4v2 towards A.
Flying has a deagle. Pit, not exactly the weapon you'd want. He's wall banked by Annihilation. Shinobi wraps from the other side. And that is D13 into the side. I think Invictus will just look to save here. Maybe try and find a gun for Viva. Well, bit of pride being restored for D13 at the end of the map if they string a few together. Now they've gotten a couple. If they can get this up to, you know, even double digits, that'd be nice. But I suppose if they get it to double digits, at that point we might start thinking it's doable.
Of course. And when it gets towards double digits, that's when we can ask the question, how many rounds do D13 need, Pilski, before you believe?
Well, Matt, when we get to double digits, you can ask me that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just was rehearsing. You don't have to answer just yet.
Right.
You get a moment to think.
Some good rounds from Annihilation. Man's
yeah.
hitting shots on that T side all.
Looking just like that, it goes from 4 to 6, and it seems a bit more achievable.
Yeah, it seems like the number's going up.
Round by round.
You notice that, Jordan?
I've noticed that, yep.
Good eyes on you, young lads.
Still not a great buy for Invictus, so they're sort of just wishy-washy on that CT side right now. Molly's going to be good. The double nade's going to be good. Xiao is stuck in sandbags for the moment, but he's receiving some flashes there from Viva, which will allow him back into the B site safely. But D13 also gained control of Banana pretty early on in the round. Off to a good start here in this round as well.
Prog smoke flying. Might just play in front of it. Nice little one-way. The counter util, more of a hindrance. However, even so, It is just Tamir lurking here. And he's going to be spotted by the Dig. Repeat, nothing there. And now full rotation, D13, 3 up mid, 1 in apps. And it's going to be a nice shot from Bottle. 2-tap onto the head, flying as well, finds Tamir. And then, look, the jig's up, D13. It may just start to crumble down here and now.
Just can't lose those duels in a round like this, especially against a USP. It's going to give flying the MAC-10 not a huge deal, but it's the numbers disadvantage that is problematic for D13 at this point. Still 3 players over to A. D13 are sending that many into the bomb site as well, into Bottle's waiting arms. There's a hole in the smoke that he is going to take advantage of, and that's 15 for Invictus. D13 could have got to 7. They should have got to 7, but now they've given Invictus that opening again, and it's a map point for them.
Well, Billy, it looks like I won't have to ask the question this time.
What was the question again?
The question was, how many rounds did D13 need before you, in particular, start to believe in the comeback for everyone playing at home?
I don't think we're going to have to worry. Invictus has got 4 AKs on the CT side.
Very true, very true.
On this team, all that 1B potential. That's nutty.
And that's off the back of, what was it, a couple of pistols in the hands of Invictus in the previous round. And the aggression from Xiao might just end it here and now, but World Peace comes swinging through the smoke to trade. Viva, nasty fadeaway. And that could just start to seal the deal.
Can't do that with an M4. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Flying's pushed out as well on the other side of the map. He's into second mid, even starting to work his way toward mid.
To me, here's where the CTs buy guns. He's where they buy guns.
He is in the shop.
How did he get there? Just walk through.
Would you like to
B?
know?
Oh, I think he's timed it at Archers a few times. He loves a good
Archers?
flank, and unfortunately his teammate is completely captured in Banana. That Tech 9